Agustin for letting him start tonight. And Arwin Santos with a pair of three-pointers to really push San Miguel, give San Miguel that edge in that opening period. And now in the second quarter, Don, there's that San Miguel defense buckling down the work, and that's why that Talk and Text juggernaut has been limited here in the first half.
Well, I've always contended if you make turnovers, don't make turnovers from the free throw line extended because you're going to get hit. And a great move on the inside there by Jay Washington. But ang maganda ng ginawa ni Coach Agustin, when Jimmy started to get hot from the three-point territory, in the end game, if you notice, of the second quarter, it was Arwin Santos picking up. That's a big man. He's not giving him that open three-point shot. If you want to drive in, okay, you might be able to get by me, but you can still see the interior defense. Talk and Text, they've been given 11 free throws, but they made only 6, so that's not a very good percentage. Also, more assists on the part of San Miguel, and already 10 turnovers on the part of Talk and Text against only 4 for San Miguel. Percentage will tell us both teams are not really shooting that well offensively, but Talk and Text really low there in the first half.
Let's bring in Magu and Coach Bo. At talagang pinagmamasdan nila ang mga kaganapan dito sa first half. Now, Coach Bo, your thoughts, can San Miguel, that's the million-dollar question, Coach Bo, can San Miguel sustain this level of energy, this big, high level of play for the rest of this game?
Yeah, you're right. No, the level of energy of San Miguel is really unmistakable. In fact, defensively, it is evidenced by the 0-second chance points by Talk and Text. They were able to make stops outside, were able to make the rebounds when necessary, and they were also able to convert it when necessary. I think that they have to pound more inside so that they can create, and they can pass more so that they will be able to make open shots from outside.
And then, Magu, ito kayang Talk and Text, hindi naman kaya Dr. Jane Magu na baka naman sumobra naman ng kumpiyansa knowing that they beat San Miguel the first 2 games of the series. Magu, what do you think?
Sa kumpiyansa factor, no? Knowing Talk and Text naman, hindi magiging overconfident lang. Talagang na-overwhelm lang. Ang napapansin nga ni Coach Bo kanina, every time dadalhin sa poste ng San Miguel yung bola, good things happen.
Right, I agree.
Okay, I'll give you the last word.
Well, human nature always, when you're ahead, sometimes you have a tendency to slow down a little bit. But then, of course, you have the full second half. That's another 24 minutes for the coaches to talk to the players and say, we give them this one game, and we don't fight for this one game. They can get back in the series.
All right, thank you, Magu, Coach Bo. And we'll be back to bring it a start of the second half, Game 3 of the PBA Philippine Cup Finals. Ito po, ikatlong laro ng ating Best of 7 series. Nanalo po ang Talk and Text. Game 1 sa Victoria City. Game 2 naman sa Cuneta Azul. Sila na nagwagi. But Paul Lartadi was inserted in the starting lineup para sa San Miguel. An instant impact for Kid Lightning with 8 points. Not off the bench. He started the game. Had a lot of energy. Yes, he had some ill-advised driving moves, but that's Paul Lartadi. You take the good with some of the bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's already a real big plus for them. Kasi some of the shots he took were open. The only thing is that his accuracy, talagang yan lang ang problema nila. That's why they're giving them that kind of open shot. Talk and Text starting with a different lineup. They're going big here. They're starting out with Ali Pick, Ronnie Del, and RB Carey together. So Larry Fornicher will not play the 3. He'll play the 2 together with Gila Alpat at the point. They're playing a little bit bigger.
Here's Carey hosting up Don Ontiveros. And then all of a sudden, the burden of adjusting has fallen into the shoulders of Talk and Text.
Well, that's why. And they did it right here with this lineup because hindi siya gumagamit ng sentro si Ato Agustin. No? They're not using a legitimate center on the floor. Danny I and Washington are not both centers. No? So, titignan nila, can you stop Ali Pick here at the post? And there's the foul quickly on Jay Washington, or is it on... yeah, it's on Washington. It's his second personal foul. But he has been able to conserve himself by only giving up 1 foul in the first half of play. Now, talking text, like I said, they had a problem from the free throw line. They were given 11 free throws, so they can't complain about that, but they only made 6. Now they're 6 out of 12, which is only 50%. That's going to hurt them because they're behind, and you have to take every point that you want to get that's easy. And free throw shots are supposed to be easy.
So once again, Artadi gets the nod starting dito sa third quarter, joining Arwin Santos, Danny I, Washington, Montiveros. Here's Artadi, Santos. Arwin fires a 3. Yes, sir!
Nakita naman natin, and now the confidence level of San Miguel is going to go higher because yung mga outside shots niya. And again, Santos is the one picking up Jimmy Alapazo.
Biggest lead of the game para sa San Miguel. Here comes Fonacher, Alipik, posting up outside. Ranadel for 3. Yes, sir!
Yan ang problema if they can get the ball to the post. If they can get the ball to the post, they're going to command the sagging defense or the double teaming. And that'll open up some shots for their three-point shooters. They got 3 of them on the floor.
10-point game in favor of the Beermen. Nasa mga unang bahagi po tayo ng third quarter. Artadi sets up Washington.
That looked good when it left. Huh? So again, it was a good attempt, even though he did not make it.
Ranadel.
Trying to go back-to-back from the outside. Washington clears the defensive boards.
Washington against Peak. Washington, Danny I. 13 to shoot para sa San Miguel. Cross-court pass. Here's Artadi. Here will really give him that shot. And he almost makes it.
That would have been real big for them.
Here's Fonacher. And carry. And just and having the right amount of muscle to push that ball in. 6 points off the bench for Harvey Carey. Cutting down at San Miguel lead to 8 points. At pumasok po tayo sa isang Handy Fix 30-second timeout. Brought to you by Handy Fix, ang first aid ng bahay mo. Bonds all, seals all.
Thank you for being with us throughout the whole conference. Again, time out siya to because ito muna, malaki yung kalaban natin. They have 3 bigs on the floor. If we're going to challenge all those drive penetrations by the guard line, somebody has to be able to cover on the weak side all those people that are dropping down. In this case, Kyrie, sometimes ang nangyayari, si Alipik ang nalilibre. So, that's the reason for the timeout. He's not going to change his lineup kasi lumalamang naman siya dyan.
Checky, anong balita?
Alam mo, Miko, keep on attacking the defense of Talk and Text. This was what Coach Ato told his players during their huddle at the half. And just like what he has shared with me before the game, it's all about energy. And he wants his Beermen to sustain this till the fourth quarter, especially on defense. He also reminded them to keep on moving the ball as this prevents Talk and Text to set up well on defense. Miko, Dr. J?
So, salamat, Checky. Meantime, interception by Carey. Here comes Alapag. Alapag, he's stepping on the gas. He's stepping on the gas. He wanted to go all the way, but he was spoiled, but there's a foul.
In this kind of basketball, especially championship in the finals, you just have to be really tough when you take it to the hoop. You're going to be banged. Sometimes the fouls are going to be called. Sometimes the fouls are not going to be called. But you just have to be able to take it strong to the hoop. Now, let's see how Jimmy does from the free throw line. He usually is a good free throw shooter. And like I said, they were at 50% before that first attempt.
Middle of that picture, of course, Mr. Manuel V. Pangilinan, team owner of Talk and Text.
And an old friend of mine, former Congressman Monico Puentavela from Bacolod City.
So Jimmy now with 13 points. Now here's Washington getting away.
Oh!
Block again. Remember that big block by Ali Peak towards the end of game 2?
You know, I thought that was a clean getaway. And Washington probably may have thought, no more. Wala na siyang chance umabot dito. But Ali never gives up. No, those long arms, great leaping ability despite his age.
And height.
He's not that tall. He's about 6'4" at the most. But he just can really get up there. By the way, Kababnat has come into the ball game to replace Artadi. The veteran Danny Dolfonso hitting a big basket. He's got 6 in the ball game.
Tira to. Santos. Oh! He bobbled the ball. But not a problem. It's okay. I have this.
But kasalanan niyan, there were 4 white shirts, but nobody protected the basket. They came back, but they did not protect the basket.
Arwin Santos now with 16 points. Here's Alapag for 3. No go. Long rebound ends up with Alex Cabagdon. San Miguel up by 10. Cabagdon on the move. Finds Danny I. And Danny Lefonsi scoring back-to-back baskets for himself. And the Beermen are still keeping Talking Tex at bay with 8:39 remaining in the third.
It was very clear that the transition defense on this last 2 plays really hurt them.
There's the retrieval and the location. Daniel Lefonso, the Beermen are up 56-44. Ito na remaining dito sa third quarter. Laban ang Talking Tex at San Miguel. Game number 3 of the PBA Finals. Here's Ranidel, fires a 3, way off. Here comes Cabagdon. Arwin Santos open. So everybody was already standing. He goes in again. Drop pass, Danny I.
Again, the fault of Ranidel there. You know, he did not challenge the shot. Then he tried to leak out. When he leaked out, the ball came back to the guy that he was supposed to be guarding.
And the San Miguel Beermen are in control dito sa game number 3. Lamang na po sila 58-44 as we enter this 30-second timeout. Brought to you by Handy Fix. Ang first aid ng bahay mo, bonds all and seals all.
Well, Chot is forced to call his 30-second timeout, almost back-to-back timeouts para sa kanyang team to get out some of his players and put some replacements on the floor. It can get frustrating if somebody fails in his defensive job, no, and gives an easy 2 points to the other end. And Alapag has been taken out. So is Ranidel de Ocampo, and we have Castro and Jared Dillinger.
So Castro comes in, Jimmy sits down, and we have a report from Mika Bisamis.
Alright, well, here's what's up with the Topang Texers. On defense, they are not pressuring hard enough. They focus too much on Cabagdon that they let Olsen and Artadi go. Now on defense, they gotta make better. Now on offense, they gotta make better decisions. 2 things. It's either they were not passing the ball or they were overpassing. Now in terms of Jimmy's work, they said when all else fails, we are happy to have him. Nico, Dr. J.
The Talking Tex trying to tweak what they're doing here in game number 3. Here comes Cabagdon. Cabagdon running the show well here. Another pass for Danny I. And Daniel Lefonso now with 12.
That's 6 straight points na layup para sa San Miguel on a 2-on-1 situation because some people not coming down on defense. And San Miguel will just keep on taking advantage of that.
Alipig, perhaps that was an example of the overpassing that Mika mentioned. Here comes Cabagdon. Cabagdon, 15-footer.
Yeah, this is now an 18-point lead. Getting out of end, and another timeout has to be called.
And San Miguel with Alex Cabagdon running the show is back in business here in the PBA Finals. If he's not locating Danny I, he's also making his own shots, making his presence felt in the finals.
Danny Delfonso already has 12 points in this ball game, 6 of them in this quarter, plus 6 rebounds.
But so far this third quarter, as Castro misses, but he was fouled. But this quarter has been all San Miguel.
Yeah, they went on a 12 to nothing run, and they extended the lead to 18. Now that was fouled. I think Castro was fouled in the 3-point territory, so it's a 3-point attempt. 3 free throws being given him.
Jason Castro, so far, 6 points. Make that 7 points. He'll have 1 more free throw. Para sa kanya, he was attempting a 3-pointer, but as we noticed in the first half, and it's still the case dito sa third, every time he goes near that basket, he is never alone.
May bodyguard.
Meron. Howie Boys problema hindi niya kakampi.
May mga alalay.
Yung problema hindi niya kakampi yun There's Washington. Interception, Castro, the blur, in motion. and foiled by the defense of Dalton Ontiveros. The near's Alapago, the near steal. And